What is up, YouTube, comic book community, friends and family? Danny from Quinn's Comic Stash bringing you my haul from April the 7th. Usually I like to try and get these videos out a little bit earlier than Monday, the week following when all the books come out. Knew I was going on the hunt this weekend with Rod the Rican and our friend Mark. So we hit a couple comic shops on Saturday. So I saved the video so I can go through some of that stuff with you guys as well, because we found some juicy stuff. Hit a couple awesome comic shops. I'm going to have links in the description down below to all the shops that we visited over the weekend. Big shout out first off to Rod the Rican and Mark ASM 129 for going on the hunt together this weekend. We had a blast. Love you guys. Thanks for all the support. Also, check out Rod's show from Saturday, Coast to Coast. Made an appearance on there. We had a great time. We went long too. We were talking comics for like 2.5 hours. Met some awesome people, and had a great time. So don't forget to check his show out. Shops we visited were Comic Club Inc. in Riverview, Florida, over near Brandon area. The place was off the chain. Cannot say enough about Duane, his lovely wife. They run a fantastic shop there. Awesome books. They do a lot of unique stuff there, so I encourage you guys to check out their website. He does a channel on YouTube as well where he does shreds comics and makes these unique, one-of-a-kind collector boxes. Once he shreds a comic, he will never shred another copy of that comic. So you get this one-of-a-kind sealed like shadow box. It's got the book inside of it. All the proceeds go to charity. They got some awesome stuff going on at that store. Cannot say enough about that place. Got to meet Perry from Perry's Comics. Shout out to Perry. It was awesome to finally meet you, man. Good to see you out in the community. Let's get to the books. Let's get to what we picked up this week. All right. So first up, I've got I was hanging out with Rock this weekend. I ended up pulling more indies than I did Marvel books. So I think he's starting to rub off on me, guys. For starters, though, we got Silver Coin #1. This was a fantastic read. We got Chip Zdarsky and Michael Walsh doing the art on this book. This is 1 of 5. It's a mini series, but it follows. Kind of reminds me of the Judas coin. It follows this coin that's got these powers, and it's going to kind of follow the coin story throughout these different incarnations. And it was really cool. There's a lot of awesome people that are working on future issues. Got Ed Brisson, Jeff Lemire's slated to do some work on the book, so it's a lot of fun. Another new indie book. This is from Image. Geiger. This book came out. This is Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. Oh man, I can't say enough about this book. The art inside Gary Frank just slays it. He's a fantastic artist, and Jeff Johns' writing is second to none. He tells a great story. Really enjoyed this first issue. Going to be following that series for a little while now. Next up, we got the new Magic the Gathering comic book. I picked up the Soren Planeswalker variant. Covers very nice. I was trying to get the Liliana. These things come covered, though. That's a hidden variant, so you don't know which one you're going to get. You can kind of move the cardboard and kind of see which one's underneath there if you're looking for a specific one. Still looking for the Liliana. None of the shops I went to throughout this week had any copies of that, but the Soren one's equally as impressive, and was happy to get that. Magic the Gathering doesn't have a great history of fantastic comic books. A lot of the stuff that came out within the 90s and stuff doesn't get held in very high regard. I liked it, but hopefully Boom Studios is going to knock this out of the park and tell some cool stories with some of our favorite characters from Magic the Gathering. Now we get into some of the Marvel stuff. Got Avengers 44. This is the Echo Phoenix variant cover. Thought this cover was awesome. This is the end of the Phoenix story that's been going on in Avengers, and it's going to be leading into the Heroes Reborn stuff. So I was happy to tie that all together. Also picked up the regular cover of that. This is what I picked up initially, and then picked up the variant when I saw it, just because I thought it was a sweet looking cover. Also, we got King in Black #5. This ties up the King in Black saga. Venom issue 200, which is going to be coming out later this week, will put a nice bow on Donny Cates' run for Venom, and he's had a fantastic run on it. King in Black's been super popular. can't wait to see what's next for our favorite symbiote carrier. That's all the new books I got for the week. The rest of this stuff is stuff that I picked up from the other shops that we went to. These came from Comic Club Inc. Finally found this book. Been looking for this title for quite some time. A girl walks home at night. What is it? No, I'm sorry. I screwed that one up, didn't I, guys? A girl walks home alone at night. This is actually based on an Iranian vampire film. And I love horror comics. It was pretty hard to get. It flew off the shelves. And Duane at Comics Club Inc. happened to have a variant up on his wall, and I managed to snag one. I was super happy to get this. I've been looking for this book for months, and you can't find it anywhere. Next up, I picked up this art of Vampirella. I'm a big Vampy fan. They had this at Comic Club Inc. as well. This comes from a series that Dynamite's putting out there of the art of Vampirella. This is the Warren years. So the Warren years for Vampirella fans, those are the magazines. Vampirella came out in 1969 with her first magazine-sized book, and that book ran all the way well into the 80s. So there's a ton of issues of that out there, and that's a run that I'm going to start working on putting together. But this is all the art throughout that time in her history. So after we finished up at Comic Club Inc., we headed on 60, went down through Brandon, and ended up at a place called V&C Collectibles. That's Vintage and Current Collectibles. And it's a new shop that's opened up, and they have a ton of stuff, ton of old stuff. And anybody that knows me knows that I've been working on this Tomb of Dracula run. Well, this guy had almost every issue I needed to finish my run. So that was fantastic. I ended up picking up about nice little stack there, all Tomb of Draculas, all ones I needed. And I'm shy of about 10 to 15 issues now to finishing up my run. So I'm super happy to get that. Finally, I've been working on it for a few years. I'll be super happy to get that run completed. But I picked up a number 26. Picked up issue number 32. Love these covers. Gene Colan and Marv Wolfman, goodness, man. This has been a fun run to collect. It's been crazy to see the prices changing. I remember when I first started picking up the book, number one, Rodney found it for me at a MegaCon for like $30. Can't come anywhere close to that price for that book anymore. This is number 36, issue 37, issue 38, issue 39, issue 41, issue 46, issue 65. This is my favorite cover of the ones that I picked up in this lot. Issue 66, if you can see, he's like got Tomb of Dracula, or Dracula in his crosshairs there. He's looking down the barrel of that rifle. Love that cover. So cool. Issue 68. And issue 69. So again, it was pretty great weekend as far as success in hunting goes. Found some awesome stuff. I know Rod and Mark both picked up a fair bit of things as well. Had a blast with those guys, always do. So everybody out there, thanks for watching. That's my haul for the week. Oh, public service announcement. I do want to keep y'all updated, as many of you know that have been following me a little bit. I'm in the process of moving my family north. By July 1st, we're going to be moving up to Indiana, where I'm going to be pursuing a dream of opening up my own comic shop. So I'm kind of narrating some of that transition here on the channel, just sharing news, things that I learned, hurdles that we come across, and just going through that process. Learned some very valuable information as we're about 90 days out from our move. About 401ks. Now, I'm not a tax expert. I'm not giving anybody tax advice, but just something I learned. When you take a 401k out early, That's before the age of retirement. You cash one out, you pay 10% penalty. Now, I was under the understanding that this 10% penalty was 10% of the amount of funds in the 401k. That is incorrect. It's 10% of your gross income for the year, which your 401k gets added to. So while that does change, it was cause for alarm initially because we were planning on taking out multiple 401ks to facilitate all these things. Now we just have to parse it out a little bit. And, we did a little replanning and refinagling of our numbers and such, and we're going to be just fine. It's actually going to end up working out probably in our benefit to wait and kind of gradually use that money as it comes available, so we don't get just decimated come tax time with all of these compounded penalties for taking out 401ks. So just public service announcement, if anybody's ever thinking that they can do something with the 401k, you certainly can. But, just know that penalty is assessed at tax time, and it's on your total gross income that you pay that 10% on, not just what money's in your 401k, guys. So just a public service announcement there. Always helps to talk to professionals on this stuff and get a good idea of what's going on there. But also some other good news as far as the move goes. I locked in our actual buyer for our home. We've got that part all taken care of now too. So we're making good strides. We're excited, and it's invigorating and so exciting to have this new venture to be moving towards these new goals for myself and my family, and can't wait to get this stuff going, man. I'm super happy. I want to give a shout out and thanks to the community for all the love, all the people I've been meeting lately. It's been fantastic, courtesy of Rock, really. I mean, he's really introduced me to a ton of great people in the community and through social media. And you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, here on YouTube, Quinn's Comic Stash. Thanks for the love and support. Let's keep reading comics, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you soon.